Hi everybody, this is Jenny Lauder. Welcome to Lesson 11. Here we are. You guys are working your way right through the semester. It's been really fun to watch how you guys are all really developing your proposals. So we've been separate for a little while. Qualitative group working on their proposals, quantitative work working on theirs. So we're kind of taking a break from that and we're coming back together and looking at ethics. And I believe that you all had some of these topics last year where you looked at the Tuskegee study, you looked at use of deception within research studies. And, it's important for us to realize what happened in the past so that we don't repeat some of those same issues now, but also to realize that ethics are really pertinent for now, and especially as you are developing your own research proposal. So you've got a lot of resources this week. You've got your chapter 6 for Cottrell and McKenzie. You have several articles that are really helping you look at ethics and realizing that, it's really not such a cut and dry type of a situation. And there's a lot of gray area, and really to help you realize, okay, how is my ethical behavior within research? And so those are great resources. You have a couple of articles, couple of articles on qualitative research. Sometimes it's a little harder to remove some of that information about your participants in a qualitative study, whereas in quantitative, it's a little bit easier because it can be a little bit more anonymous. We're talking a little bit more of kind of objective data where you can increase anonymity. You also have a couple of articles that talk about why ethics are important in research. So some really great things for you to look at and to go over this week. And then you have an assignment. So your assignment this week is a discussion forum. And you're going to look at the development of polio and COVID-19. So these were really both vaccines that were created for a pandemic. And what you're going to do is pick one of the vaccines, polio or COVID-19, and you're going to identify at least one ethical, moral, or justice issue that was violated during the development and testing of either one of the vaccines. And then you're going to describe the identified violation and how it relates to the Belmont report. And then you're going to discuss how the violation was avoided or was also present in developing and testing the vaccine for the other disease. You want to cite 2 sources for your initial post, and then for your response to your peers, you really want to start talking about the impact of the development, and the impact can be good or bad, and then how the impact that the development of the vaccine had on the community. You also have this resource table that you will need to use to help complete your discussion post. So that should help give you some guidance. There's also another assignment, but it's due for the week after for city training. I believe that it's already open if you guys want to work ahead and get that done. So as far as this discussion post, make sure that you really, take into account, we had 1950s versus 2020s, lots of things were different at that in each of those time periods. So I remember this assignment, and it was really thought-provoking, and I learned a lot during this module. So I hope that you guys get a lot out of it, and keep up the great work, and I'll talk to you soon. Oh, sorry. Also, reach out if you guys have questions, okay? Y'all are doing great. See you later.